All right, shall we get underway, folks? There's a familiar face. I'm going to tell a little story now, which I wasn't going to tell, but now that my learned colleague is here, Richard Valentine, I left my trousers in Hamilton. It's the first time in 8,000 auctions I'm calling in jeans. So Richard, please don't get me fired. Please don't get me fired. Richard, John Bailey will be appalled. So I'm just going to hide here today. And I think everyone will be okay. And if you can apply with me and buy lots of properties, I'll still have a job come Monday. How about that? Right, my name's Stephen Sharp. It's all got live recorded, so I'm giving the game away anyway. My name's Stephen Sharp. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome. Another packed auction room here in New Plymouth for the properties for sale. 5 in our order of sale, but as Dean said, 2 sixes have been hit. There's been vendors and sellers have come to agreement on lots 1 and lots 2 with Courtenay and Hara. So apologies for those latecomers in here, but it's important that you register your interest during the auction campaign so that we can make the phone calls to you. But the owners have elected to accept the pre-auction offers as they stand on their unconditional basis. So we'll treat with you from lot 3 at Dover Road onwards, and of course that order of sale available to you as you enter the auction room. Now of course I'm assisted as always by Nicole. Nicole will put the bids up on the screens for you, the live audience through the camera. You can't bid through the live streaming, but you will be able to see me, and any telephone bidders who are bidding through registrations will also be aware of the action. Of course in placing bids you're bidding on the basis of an unconditional offer, so you've satisfied yourself to your due diligence being completed by today. We're here to determine the final term of your negotiation, which is the value. The settlement dates and the deposits have all been set, along with your considerations with regards to the suitability of these properties to your needs. If I draw your attention to the conduct of auction, it is in clause 1 and 2 of the documentation of the terms and conditions for each of the properties. I offer you the property subject to a reserve price, and subject thereto, the highest bidder shall be declared the purchaser. If I have a dispute concerning any bid, I'll put the property back at the last undisputed bidder. I'll be the sole arbitrator of any disputes. With 2 of you want the same money and no one wants to go any further. So please be clear in your action of placing your bids. I may refuse bids or place bids on behalf of the seller. So vendor bidding is permitted under the auction conduct. It's where an auctioneer places a bid either as a placeholder or to start the auction, always at a figure that our sellers won't entertain. Can't be above reserve but must be declared. Okay, so I'll make it very clear if the bid is with you on the floor or on the phones, or the bid is with me, and that's good for transparency for everyone. Of course, successful purchases, which we just asked you to remain behind following the auction, will confirm the documentation by signing the memorandum of contract. There's a consent to enter into an agreement and so on with that paperwork. And also you need to be aware of your overseas investment obligations. You need to be a New Zealand resident or citizen, a Singaporean or an Australian of the same, as well as some other conditions around that consent in order to buy any of these properties. So if you're not sure, either raise your hand and our branch manager Dean File can come in and inform you, or refrain from bidding, because otherwise you may have a settlement issue. But if you're in those groups, please feel free to bid. Of course, our deposit is 10%. It's part payment of the purchase price that is due today by an electronic transfer. The settlement dates, they vary, so I'll highlight those as we get to each of the properties along with the inclusions in your chatters list. Before I proceed, are there any questions before we move to lot 3? Everyone's happy? Good. Isn't it great that social distancing doesn't exist anymore, but you're sitting here wondering who you're sitting next to? We're going to get sanitizer on the way out if you want to. I should have said that. It makes everyone uncomfortable. So let's move through. Thank you, Nicole. So 1 and 2, of course, they have been sold, and the sold stickers up for our sellers there. So the first property, number 444 Dover Road, Mechanic, John Blundell is our marketing agent, who's going to be around the corner. There he is, right at the entrance way. So he'll let you in, but he won't let you out. That's what he says to me. But John, you've had great success in the lifestyle properties. The market's very buoyant. I know you think the auctioneer's always telling you that, but 4 from 4 in Hamilton yesterday, and unexpected, we're already 2 from 5 here. So the market is active. So if you're in a cash position, put yourself in the best position to buy. We offer you a feasible estate. The land area is 4,000 square metres or 0.4 of a hectare if you prefer. It's legally known as Lot 7. The deposit plan is 339,490 and a record of title being 472, along with the easements and restrictions on that certificate of title. Your channels list include the fixed floor coverings. We have the blinds and the curtains for you, along with the light fittings. There's the range hood, the dishwasher, the heated towel rails, the water pump, there's the gas hob, the wall oven, the heat pump, and the 20-foot shipping container. All stays with the property vacant possession, provided on the 21st of August or such other date as you've made with our sellers. With entering the property, about 4 years old, John? Yes, yep, so 4 years old. It's bright and light, isn't it? How it draws your attention when the light comes in, but also the views are inviting your eyes outwards. You can see wonderful open plan living for the property, and it spills into that wonderful entertainer's deck with those full glass doors going all the way down the home itself. The hub of the home integrates very well with those living areas as well, so certainly a great entertainer's home. Bedrooms, you've got 2 quality bedrooms, large open plan living, and 2 bathrooms as well, along with the garaging for 2 vehicles. So original floor area has been retained, and the owners added 2 bedrooms instead of 3, gives you some more scale. You may have some flexibility, but a great standard and a great location. Of course, modern building standards there with double glazing and double garage, as I said, completes this gem. Let's march now to the opening bidder offer request. I do have telephone interest. They may like to start.
590.
Well, of course, they're prepared at 590. They give me an odd number for the first one at 590, and let's go in 10. Who's going to bid me 6? At $590,000, they're underway on the phone now on the floor. Where would you like to bid? At $590,000, their second request. You need to bid if you want to buy here, folks. You need to bid me 600. And if you bidder here at 6 against the 5.
610.
610's the retort. Will you come back at 20, sir? At $610,000 there. First call now at 610. Second call at $610,000. You coming back? You bidder at the back of the room. Don't wait for them. 620 here. You've got 30. At 30 it is on the phone bidder. At 630, who's next to 40? At 630, you coming again? Or you, madam? You're back in. At 630, 5 why not at 35, and 5 interest anyone else? At 35 takes me to 40. At 40 here on the phone, and how about 45? At $640,000 there, first call now at 640. Second for the sake of another 5. Third and final opportunity, the high bid is here at 640. You out here? You coming back, madam? At 640. If I don't get a further advance, I'm going to have a conversation with the high bidder on the phone first. At 640, you want to be in control, and you need to bid 1. Why not? We'll play in singles there at 641.
650.
And 50 there. I'm happy with the 1 again, though. At 650 the money. At $650,000 there. First call now. What would you like to do? Can you judge it to 1 in these borrowing rates? At $650,000 there. Second call. Third and final opportunity. Is this one you reaching for your wallet or your phone? At 650 it's here. What would you like to do? Would you like to place another bid? And 51. I presume it's going to be 60, isn't it? But at 651, the leader at the back of the room now here. First time now, 651.
655.
And 55. Well, you've cut them in half. The interest at 56. Might be the best $1,000 you spend today. At 655,000. Second call. Haven't heard from you for a while. Coming back. Timing your run. You sure, madam? Going to shoot at another bid. At 655, high bidders on the phone. You're all done and silent. I'll pause and talk here. It's your last chance. All done. At 655. Need to take some instructions at this level, folks. I'm just going to take a pause. I won't keep you long.
quite interesting.
Alright folks, thank you for your patience. I draw your attention back here. We had a brief pause for my instructions. The high bidder at 655 has raised their bid. Their new bid is now $680,000. My instructions are to sell the property. If I don't do better than this, I will reopen the bidding. We were going in singles before. I'm happy to do that again, but you're playing for keeps and the keys now, otherwise we let it go. At $680,000 here, the high bid's on the phone now for the second call. We sell it here at lot 3. It is going. Final opportunity, going, gone, sold here for $680,000. Congratulations. Okay, now we move now to Mission Street at Motoroa, and the marketing agents being Leo Bass and Sandra Pickering. This property is a feasible estate. Now you've got some 713 square metres of land on lot 1. Deposit plan is 471026, and also lot 2 of 486134. Your record of title number, which is attached, is 692497. A generous chattels list of fixed floor coverings, blinds, curtains, light fittings, and then if you turn to the further terms, you have the dishwasher, the garden shed, 2 heat pumps, the heated towel rail, along with the electric oven and the gas hob as part of your inclusions, along with the microwave, the range hood, and the refrigerator in the kitchen. You've got the security system. I know, it's funny, eh? You've got the washing machine taps, the waste disposal, the wine fridge, and the butler's scullery on an as-is, whereas conditions. Now that's dangerous if it's got wine in it. It possibly could do. The garage door plus the remotes, and you have 4 of those. A specific exclusion is the safe and the wine fridge downstairs, so that's where they cook the good wine. Okay, and that's under the stairwell, and of course there's a small fridge downstairs in the bedroom kitchenette that's staying with the existing cellars. Now, with the property itself, the vacant possession settlement date is 8 weeks from today's date, or such other arrangement as you've made with our owners prior to now. So it's a wonderful property. It just sits there, poised on the hill with the elevation. You've got the views all around you, including the mountain and overlooking the ocean. That wonderful blue stripe, as you can see. I love again how it integrates from the inside outside. So you've got that wonderful entertaining feel for the property, and family-sized accommodation too. With your 4 bedrooms, you've got the double bathrooms and the double garage. But this one again, 360-degree views all the way around. It's a wonderful testament to the region, because you can see everything that's important to the town and the province there, with the mighty mount in the distance there for you. Signature home craftsmanship, so it's built with quality, so you'll be safe and assured there. And of course the windows, they frame everything. I'm again moving to the bidding. We saw how to do it in the previous auction. Who's going to start this one now? Lot 4 for today. Anyone like to call out a star? Quality property in a quality location. $800. Well, I'll take the 800, but I will go along in some reasonable amounts here from this level, madam, because you'd be surprised if you're home with it at 800, wouldn't you? At $800,000 here, I'm going to look for 900 immediately. There's anyone maybe 9 at $800,000 here for the first call there. It's a start. At 900, I'm seeking. You sure? Anyone else like to come in? At 800,000, well, I'll bid the 9 on behalf of my seller. Can you march me along to the million? I don't think it'll be under the million with the comparable sales evidence, and the view deserves that all day. At $900,000 there, what would you like to do? At 900 now, the first call there, would you like to put down a serious fair offer for consideration with our sellers? At $900,000 there, second call, anyone like to join the bid? Third and final opportunity. You're all done. Anyone like to come in? Remember, the highest bidder has the first opportunity to treat with their owners, as in the previous auction. You want to be in the box seat, you need to place the bid.
950.
950, thank you, sir. He's cut me in half and I offer you the 50 again for the one, but I've got 950 down the middle.
960.
We're going in tens already. You wind up then 960 and see where we end up. At 960, would you like 70, sir, or maybe the one? At 970 there, and how about 80? At $970,000 there, first call now, 97 up. It's got to be 80 or nothing.
75.
No, I'm not going to take the 5 because that would be the wrong way to go. We'll be going backwards there at 970. How about 80?
980.
980, thank you, appreciate the bid in the increment there. 990, sir, or the strategic position at 990, he's the judgment for the 5. At 990,000 there, bid me 1. At 990,000 seated here, first call now at 990. Any other interest round the room? Second call at 990 only. Fantastic property here for the value, challenge you to build it. For this type of money here at 990, the bid is centre here against Miss Starter. Have you given it your best shot? You have. At 990, the high bid rests here. I'll take some instructions if I don't do better. Here at 990, anyone at the 1? Think of the borrowing rates, starting property. At 990, I'm happy to pause, but I don't know if you've given me your best yet. Just wait for the conversation to end. At 990. Million, thank you, Leo there, the assistants there, at $1 million. One over's a place for you. Bid me 1,010,000. At $1 million is here, 1,010,000. Good judgment now at 1,010,000. How about 20? At 1,010,000, the money there. You've shaken your head before. I'll ask 3 times. At 1,010,000, how about 20? Well, I'm going to come down and massage you for the extra 10, mate. That'd be worth it, wouldn't it? Or maybe it won't be. At 1,010,000. At 1,010,000, the money here, and third and final opportunity. The high bid is here. I will have to pause and take some instructions at the level. You may not see it again. At 1,010,000, the last chance. All done. At 1,010,000. Going to have a talk with you, sir. Yeah, you've got the bid, young fella. So you just get your hand down, and it won't keep you long, folks. All right, folks, everyone's sort of leaving the room and heading out to grab the coffees already. Welcome back. We're at lot 4, but some important phone calls will need to be made. So I thought, out of the interests of you parties here for lot 5, I'm going to call lot 5 and go back to lot 4. So just so then we can have the final answers. Of course, we're not far away on lot 4. Just a couple of questions to be clarified. So now we move to lot 5. It is Unit 1 at 498 Devon Street East. Anu has been our marketing agent right in the centre of the room here. Cross lease and fee simple Anu. It is a lot 4 deposit plan is 1288, the quarter share of 1,012 square metres more or less. Flat 2 on the parent title, including the adjacent carport on that DP number 13758 on the attached plan. Now, your channels list, you have the stove along with the fixed floor coverings, the curtains, the light fittings, one heat pump and the range hood. You'll be excited to know with vacant possession, you could be in there as fast as the 9th of July being our settlement date, so not too far away for you. It's a wonderful, tidy 2-bedroom townhouse right in the heart of Strandon, so you're close to the city here. One that you can add some value to. If you're an investor, of course, you can feather your nest in your portfolio, and of course, property performing very well indeed, but walking distance to Fitzroy and its beaches, the cafes, and of course the local shops down there. On the inside, you'll see a neutral decor, so it's easy for yourself or your tenants to move in and lay out, and of course you will enjoy a view over the city into the distant sea views also. Contains a separate bathroom and laundry, plenty of storage along with single car garaging, which is important for you, and I'm sure it will rent well because of its location, and if you're moving in, maybe downsizing, you've got a wonderful accomplished property here for you. I'm going to move to the bidding here at lot 5, the final lot here today, before I return to 4. Who would like to start me away? Popular property in the marketing, this one?
350.
350, thank you Neil, you've been busy today. 350,000, I'm going to drop straight to the 10s now. Bid me 360 if you like it, folks. At $350,000 there with the first call there on the telephone. Who'll bid me 360, second call. Third and final opportunity here with the telephone bidder at 350. Great buying at this level, 360, thank you sir. Welcome to the bidding here at 360. At 360, 70 is it?
370.
370, thank you there on the call there, you heard it sir. Would you bid me 380? At $370,000 there, how about 80 next call? At 80, 380,000. 380, good bid. At 380, and how about the 90?
390.
390, good bidding here at 390, and roll me around to the 4 even. At $390,000 there, 2 bidding to buy, it's a good property. At 390, will you bid me 4 sir? 400 even. At 400 the money. At $400,000 there, and how about 10s Neil? At $400,000 there. I will take a 5 at 405, and I'll offer you the same opportunity, sir. Will you bid me 410? High bid is 405. First call now at 405,000. Second call, be clear, the bidder is on the phone if you're giving it your best shot. At 405,000, bid me 10 if you will, sir. At 405 and 10 here on the one. At 410, $410,000. Second call for the 2-bedroom townhouse here, Strandon at 410. Third and final opportunity at 410. If I don't get a better bid, I'm going to be selling. So I'm not yet though. We'll increase the bid at 415, but we're playing for keeps. What about a 2.5? At 415, can you judge it to that? At 415, the hammer's in the air. We sell it here. The phone bidder, 1,000. Multiply that by 2.69, which I saw this morning. Over a year, not a lot, not far away. At 415. I'll call 3 before we go. First time now, 415 we sell. Second call now, 415, telephone bidder in front. Third and final, you sure? Permission to sell it, sir? At 416. See, there we go. Might be a good investment for you at 416. At 416, what's the challenge? At 416. 17. There we go. Now we're going to put a little picket fence around this house too. At 417, what about 18? At $417,000 there, what about 500? I'll even take the change. At 417, first call now, 417. Second call now, $417,000. Don't let it go, sir. At 417, all done. We sell. It's going. You sure? It's going. 420. At $420,000 there, good strong bid. At 420, you can match it to 423. We'll put the one in front. at $420,000 there. The bid is here. First call now against the phone. We're sell at 420. Third and final opportunity at $420,000. They're coming back.
Hang five, Steve.
And 5,000.
No, just hang five.
Oh, hang five. I thought you said hang five. Selective hearing. How long would you like me to hang five for you?
421.
421. Long enough to get another bid. You've said that before, but you buy this one. Okay, 421. It's an easy game to play. Nod with me now at 421. I talked about the $500 bill before. Have you got one of those? At 421. We sell now. Second call it goes. At 421, the key's changing place. At 421, it's on the phone. I hate to see one of you miss it, but one of you have to. At 421, I will sell. It is going. You're nodding now. You've been nodding to go. 421, it's going. I'm sold here. Thank you.
No, that's all right. I didn't. No, it was Paul.
Thank you.
No, I'm at an bookstore. Bayleys register. Came to one of my friends says that they were looking at a house on the market at the same time and similar property, so she wanted to go to this auction to see what that property went for, to see how much she was going to price it on the market. But yeah.
Alright folks, we'll come back here to the rostrum now. We'll finalise lot 4 at number 5A Mission Street. We left the bidding at the high bid on the screen there at $1,010,000. Now we've just put another 1 in there, so it's $1,110,000, and my instructions are to reopen the bidding. But if we don't get a better bid, we'll be selling the property to this family here. At $1,110,000, madam, you've bid before. I'm not sure if that was your strategy or your limit, but at $1,110,000 we sell. I'll take a 5 before we go. For the first call here now, $1,110,000, the shake of the head. Second call out, $1,110,000 we sell. Third and final it goes at lot 4. It is going. Gone, sold here, congratulations. Good celebration too at $1,110,000. Well, I hate to say it, or I love to say it, but 5 out of 5 for the team here. If you're contemplating making a move, then I encourage you to talk to our agents, and if you're buying and you want to have a chat about auction, happy to help you and assist you in that area too. Thank you very much for your attention, your attendance and your bidding. Congratulations to ourselves and purchasers. Have a safe journey home. Look after yourselves, look after each other.